The COVID-19 pandemic and the unrest in the Twin Cities following the death of George Floyd have pointed really to stark financial inequalities facing Minnesota's minority communities.
Yeah, in the Twin Cities in particular, it ranks among the lowest places in the country when it comes to income inequality. So Nick Foulks from Great Waters Financial joins us on Skype to talk more about these gaps and what can be done to try and even that financial playing field. And Nick, this is a really big topic to unpack in the few minutes that we do, in part because it's so deeply rooted in our history, but also you think about some of the inequalities that existed not too far in history, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you did the right thing. We have to acknowledge that there's no way that we're going to be able to unpack all of the different layers that play into this, but it is important for us to acknowledge the long-standing history of pain and really hands pushing back that have created the income inequality that we see in our country today and the narrative and the reality that we're living in.
The numbers, Nick, are striking. Pat Kistler did a reality check on this earlier this week. Can you just talk to us about what some of these numbers are and just this huge gap that exists when it comes to financial achievement in Minnesota?
Sure. One of the things that people may think is, Minnesota is very, very progressive in some areas, but in this area of income equality, it's actually really, really far behind. It ranks as one of the worst. To give you kind of an idea, the average Black family has a median income of less than $40,000 here in the Twin Cities and in Minnesota overall, in comparison to a white family which has an average median income of greater than $80,000. So that means that the Black community is doing its best to survive on less than half of the income of a white counterpart, but still subject to the same cost of living, which creates a huge disparity and an inability to really build wealth over time.
The other disparity and statistic that really stands out to me, Nick, is about home ownership. 1 in 4 Black families in Minnesota own a home compared to 3 in 4, 25% when you compare them racially.
That is a huge statistic for people to really take and digest just for a moment. The fact that only 25% of Black Americans own a home in the Twin City in comparison to 75%, right? And why is this so significant? It's because you have to think about how that builds wealth for you over time. Home ownership is a big proponent of building wealth, but it also creates stability, not only for your family, right, and your kids, but also financially. If you're subject to continuous rent raises or changes, that can create transiency inside of the community, meaning that families are uprooted, children are uprooted from their schools, they have to move, the cost of moving, all of that then sets families back in their ability to build wealth over time.
And Nick, obviously this is going to take some time. If you're talking about such huge differences, I mean, double the income here, and there are many changes that will need to be made, but on an individual level, do you have any thoughts on how to start addressing this?
Yeah, on an individual level, I really encourage people to support public policy that provides progressive movement towards closing the inequality in income, but also to really focus in on policies that are going to increase the education for these areas where you see heavy minority and Black communities. The reason that this is so big, I mean, if you look in Minnesota, we rank 50th out of 50 states in graduation rates of Blacks versus whites in our communities, meaning that we have a huge discrepancy there. So helping the community with education, especially, again, going back to that home ownership, if a child has to change schools over and over and over again, that's a huge hit to their ability to grow in their education. So I encourage people to support policies that do that, and also looking for opportunities to mentor and be involved in the community and to reach out and connect and get a better understanding and a greater level of awareness of what's happening in the world around you and why we are where we are.
Mm-hmm. Nick Foulks, thank you so much for bringing those numbers to life for us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.